Hello, my beautiful singles. Elsie here with the sneak peek for the weekend for the singles energy. Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you for my ride or die. You're always here. Thank you for doing that, being in the comments. Your thumbs up do count. And thank you for pushing me back into the algorithm. I do appreciate you with all of your comments and your thumbs up. It does count on how this group is growing, and it is growing. So thank you so much for the ways that you've been loving me on this channel. You know who you are, my ride or dies. And if you are brand new and you just tripped over this channel and it just came through your feed, I hope you will stay and hang out. What this is I do this reading once a week. It is for the singles energy. Now, it could be for this weekend, but please understand that this is general energy and we're all on different timelines. So it could be this weekend, it could be another weekend, but whenever you find this reading, whether it's today, tomorrow, or next year, it could resonate because it is a general reading. So I'm going to read from Aries to Pisces as I do, and I'm going to mark everything down below in the description so you can just scroll the video to find what you need in terms of energies. But I'm going to ask you to please stop watching tarot just for your sun sign, my friend. You just don't really have the information you need if you're only watching for the sun sign. You don't need, it's good to have your time of birth, your exact time of birth, but if you don't, you can still find out what your moon and your rising is, just simply by knowing if you were born like between midnight and noon, or between noon and midnight, whether you were born in the day or the night, right? And you can get some information. You don't have to be an astrologer to get that information, but you know, if you do have an astrologer, you want to read your whole chart, that's a good idea too. All right, so if you are interested in a private reading, my friend, please look into the comment section. At the very top of the comment section, I have pinned right there the information that you need in order to be able to book a private reading if you're interested in. So here we go. Let's find out what's going on with Aries. Aries, we're calling you in, our leader-like friend. Let's find out what's going on, and we'll go from Aries to Pisces today for the singles. This is a sneak peek for the weekend for the singles energy. Please tell me what's going on with Aries. Oh, Aries. We do have the Two of Cups. Tell me about that. Tell me more about this. There's a magical love here, my friend. There's a magical kind of fairy tale sort of romance here, I want to say. Like with the Magician present, like this is enough to tell me that there is love here, there is romance here. Somebody here wants to exchange cups with another, or is going to make a decision about a romantic partner. But when you put the Magician next to it, it's like all of this is magical. It feels all of a sudden like riding off into the sunset together. Like it feels sort of magical. It also feels like it is a wish fulfillment, Aries. We do have Aries energy here, which is the Magician. We do have water, right, which is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy, but it does indicate that it's kind of dreamy, or maybe you're dreaming of this. It feels like whenever I see the Knight of Cups is the one who is all about the grand displays of affection, but is very sort of passive and moves at it really slowly and doesn't want to, leave a drop of that water that is in the cup, that emotion that's in the cup. They don't want to leave it anywhere. They're taking it all with them, being very careful. So we do have 3 cups here. It tells me that there might be some type of a reunion coming up for you, or maybe a social situation that might be coming up on the weekend. We do have the Hierophant, we have the Moon energy, and the Five of Swords. I feel like you've learned a lesson about fighting it. I want to say that somebody here that I'm connecting with, Aries, and it doesn't matter where it comes up for you, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter, I feel like the energy I'm connecting with is that somebody here is kind of in the dream state, or feels like it's a wish or a dream or a hope that they could have this beautiful stuff. I want to say things are not as they seem. So if you think you can't have it, Aries, I think that you're wrong. We do have the Magician and the Hierophant and the Five of Swords. I feel like you're no longer fighting what is in the Moon energy. You're no longer fighting yourself, I feel, with this Moon energy. The Moon energy is kind of a little bit terrifying. It can be scary because, we don't know what's in the Moon energy and things aren't as they seem. So I want to say that somebody here is about to learn a lesson of love. The Hierophant is here. The Hierophant could also mean that you're thinking about picking someone or making a decision in love, someone that you want to be with forever. It feels like you're kind of serious about it, Aries. You're serious about it. I'm not just out there dating just to date. I'm kind of over the Five of Swords, trying to fit people in my life or fighting them to believe what I want them to believe, or I'm trying to find somebody who is not going to fight me on the the commitment here. I feel like you're pretty serious. You're looking for a serious commitment. Tell me about the Two of Cups for Aries, please. Why is the Two of Cups here? You're about to learn a lesson in love here, that things aren't always as they seem. And I think you've been holding yourself back or fighting this feeling. Oh, yeah, that's Ariel's Speedwagon. I can't fight this feeling anymore, right? I just heard him sing that in my head, that first bar. Hang on a sec. Come crashing through your door because I can't fight this feeling anymore. It does feel like you want to crash through someone's door. Like you want to just go and tell them how you feel. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. I want to say that this is probably not the weekend where you make this decision, because the Eight of Swords indicates that you've got yourself in a prison in the mind. You feel like your hands are tied and you can't do anything about the Two of Cups. The Four of Pentacles tells me that you're holding on to hope that you are going to have this solid, sturdy, grounded, maybe settling down with someone kind of feeling that you're going through here. I can't fight this feeling anymore is what Ario Speedwagon says. So the King of Pentacles, it tells me that I feel like somebody is ready to settle down, ready to support, ready to provide. Like it feels like I am speaking to somebody who's maybe a masculine energy. Whether you are a man or a woman, I feel like your masculine energy is showing here with the King of Pentacles. This is masculine leaning energy, but can also be feminine energy. Take it as it resonates for you. So it does feel like that you do not want to fight this feeling anymore. It feels like you want to settle down with somebody here. Tell me why you... Like it feels like something here that is romantic that you're thinking about. Maybe you're dreaming about it, but it does feel like this is something that is not really as you think it is. We got the Four of Swords, we got the Ace of Cups, and we have the Six of Pentacles. So for those of you, if you're going forward to someone that you feel like you need to heal something with, I feel like that is a possibility that someone's going to heal love and end up in some sort of reciprocal love energy here. The moon energy tells me that things are not as they seem. And so I want to say that once you heal, you might understand that things are not exactly as they seem here. And what I mean by that is I feel like the Knight is ready to head into the future with the Ace of Cups, right? The Ace of Cups is in the hand here. And we do have the Hermit, but I feel like you're going to think about it first. It feels like you've gained some wisdom about who you want to give reciprocal energy and love to. That's what it feels like here after some sort of this period of healing here. Tell me about the Hierophant, please. Tell me about the Hierophant and the Magician. It's like you feel like it's going to... You feel like you have all the tools to be able to settle down with someone here. We do have the Devil. We have the Devil and we have the Six of Swords. We have the Five of Cups. When I see the Devil with the Magician, it's never good energy. I feel like in the past here that you were in a connection that was pretty toxic. And it feels like it was, I'm going to say that maybe someone was trying to push you to the altar. Maybe someone was trying to push you into a commitment and you felt the Devil energy. You're like, but something is not right. It feels like something is not right. And so I feel like you moved on from that. I feel like sad. It's sad that you did that, but it feels like there is regret that I have to move on, but I feel like you had to move on from some type of connection here. So I feel like it feels like you're out of this connection, which makes sense with all of this stuff up here, being shut off, shut down, being in your head, wanting to settle down, but wanting to make a choice in love. It feels like you haven't had much luck in the past here. Tell me why the Five of Swords is here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Judgment card. Yeah, you're making a decision to go ahead and invest somewhere else. You're in the Chariot here. I want to say that the Judgment card tells me that the decision you're about to make is a very positive, victorious move forward. Whatever it is that was back here was not for you. It was manipulative. Someone tried to manipulate you into some sort of commitment here, maybe manipulate you into marriage. And some people do that, right? They get impatient. They start giving people timelines and deadlines. They don't let anything unfold naturally. And I feel like this is the situation that you were in, that somebody was like pushing you. It's like, if we don't get engaged by this day, I'm leaving. Or if I don't get married by this day, I'm leaving. I think you just left. I think you're like, don't put these don't put me in this box. Like, I feel like somebody tried to push you into something that you didn't want to do. You are going to have the victory speaking with someone, and it does feel like there is going to be some sort of a adventure that you're going on here. You are making a decision to move forward. I feel like that there is love in the future, but I feel like you already know who I'm speaking about. It feels like they could be someone who is Virgo or Pisces. They could be a Cancer, maybe an Aries or a Capricorn. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here as well. So Virgo energy, you're really thinking it over, getting the wisdom about who you want to give your reciprocity to as it pertains to love. But I feel like you've healed from the situation back here, and that you are sort of in the dream state, dreaming about what you want to do next. I feel like this is going to become a reality here, because you're about to take a step forward here. The Six of Wands tells me you're about to take a step forward over the finish line, and you're going to open up conversation with somebody here. Take it as it resonates for you. It feels like, I don't know how long ago you got out of this thing with the other person, but it feels like you are going to move forward with somebody else, and it might be someone that you've been thinking about all along up to here. All right. Tell me about single Taurus, please. How are you, my Bow Gang? I hope you're well. Happy birthday to you, friends. I hope you're having a great birthday. Tell me how it's going in the comments, please. I would absolutely love to know. Is it birthday week? Birthday month? Is it a birthday day? Do you just ignore your birthday? I kind of do. I kind of do. I don't necessarily ignore it, but, you know, I'm not into the whole party deal. You get to level 56, you're like, it's no biggie. All right, here we go. Let's find out what's going on for Taurus for the weekend. Single Taurus, what's going on for Taurus for the weekend, please? We do have the the Six of Cups in the reverse. I feel like you're stuck in some sort of nostalgic feelings or thoughts. And it feels like it's something that you can't let go of. Somebody here is stuck in nostalgia here. We do have the Ten of Cups. It's an old relationship that you're thinking about. Look, the thing is that if you don't close this chapter, Taurus, if you don't close this chapter, you are going to be stuck here. You're going to be stuck here because you have to remove energy from your life in order to make room for more energy, right? It feels like here that you're stuck in the nostalgia of the Ten of Cups. I feel like we're talking about an old relationship, or maybe the last relationship that you had, but I feel like you're still stuck to the memories of that, and that is energetic. So if your energetic room is full, my friend, no one else can get in your room, open the door, and let people walk out. I feel like you're stuck to some sort of memory from the past. It's telling me here that to get rid of this memory here is going to be some sort of a milestone for you. It feels like you've been stuck to this energy for a really long time, Taurus. So the World card is Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo energy. You could be closing the chapter with one of those people, but it mostly feels here like there is a chapter closing here, and I feel like you're about to finally just move away from, stop looking at or thinking about being stuck in these memories from the past here. I feel like you're about to close a chapter here, Taurus. And it's a mental chapter here. You've been fighting with yourself mentally here. We do have the Hermit. We have the King of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, but it's not without crying and gnashing of teeth that you're going to close that cycle. That's what it feels like. I feel like it's the King of Swords is in the reverse. I want to say that it feels like somebody here is really stuck to the thoughts of a past relationship. And I know that this is about you being single, so it feels like this relationship is over. But I want to say that I feel that the feelings or the thoughts that you have in your mind are not good ones. Like, it's nostalgia, yes. It's like time we spent together, but then the King of Swords is in the reverse. So for me, this is someone who is someone who is very much into themselves. It's almost like they have narcissistic traits. I'm not saying that they're a narcissist, because that's a medical diagnosis. That's a medical diagnosis, and I can't diagnose that. I'm not a doctor. But when we do see the King of Swords in the reverse, it's someone who's argumentative, who's really in it for themselves. They don't really care about you. They don't have feelings for you. This is someone who just came into your life and kind of used you for the things that they wanted to use you for. And I feel like you're kind of longing for that, though. It's like you have memories, and some of them are good and some of them are bad, but it's time to let them go and put this King of Swords on the outside looking in. Look, I want to say somebody here is the narcissist slayer. I feel like if you can do that, because it is a hard pressed to pull away from somebody who keeps pulling you back in. And I feel like you've got some wisdom about this, though. I feel like you've learned a lesson, or you've got some wisdom. You found your light. It's like whatever went on with this person The King of Swords in the reverse, they were very detached, very aloof. You were putting in all the energy. They weren't really giving you much, but maybe they were very sexy, very good looking, very enticing. And I feel like you've learned your lesson here, that just because you're soulmates, that it doesn't mean you have to be together, because you can come upon soulmates that are not doing their own work and they're kind of broken in their own lives. So I feel like you've gotten the wisdom to kind of cut out on this King of Swords here. So you might have blocked somebody, or maybe you're just not talking to them anymore, trying to keep them out of your life. You're successfully closing this chapter, Taurus. I feel like you, after a long while, you are going to successfully close this chapter. I feel like you've been in it for a while, like in your own head. Yeah, there we go. 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords, 7 of Wands, and the Empress. Look, this relationship, whatever it was back there, I feel that this person cut you out. I feel like they were aloof and detached, and I feel like they were treating you some type of way, and you figured it out. And I want to say that once you move away here, that this person, and I think that it's almost like you should be grateful to this person. This person taught you your boundaries. This person taught you that you can see this coming from miles away now. I feel like you've learned a lesson. The 6 of Swords and the 7 of Wands tells me that you've put up some pretty tight boundaries. You're keeping this person behind those boundaries, and you're out of there. We do have the Empress. Look, this all brought you to a place where you learned the lessons that you needed to learn to be the Empress. I feel like this person thinks that they broke your heart or smashed your heart, and maybe it was sad. It was a sad thing, because I feel like you couldn't let go of it for a while, Taurus. But it feels like, you know what, this person's going to be coming charging back in, my friend. But I feel like your boundaries are firm, I want to say. Your 5 of Pentacles is here. I feel like you have this person on the outside looking in, but I feel like they are coming in back in, Taurus here. I feel like they're going to come in and give it one more shot. That's what it feels like. But they're going to be met with the Queen of Swords, and that's you, because you're the Empress. And feminine or masculine, I don't care if it's, I don't got a horse in the race, right? So feminine or masculine, take it as it resonates, but it feels like this person's charging back in, and I feel like they're going to be met with the Queen of Swords. And so I feel like with the Empress energy, Taurus, that you have learned that you can be kind to people, but you can turn them down as well. You can turn down this person for sure. But we do have the Hanged Man. They're going to put you in a place where you're going to think about it for a minute. I think you will, because I feel like you have nostalgic energy with this person. I feel like at some point it was happy energy, but you also have, the ways that they played with your mind, and the way that they cut you out, and the way that they would ignore you and then come back and ignore you and come back. I feel like they've taught you to be the Queen of Swords. And for me as a reader, the Queen of Swords is always the last lesson for the Empress. It feels like you finally learned to stand up, and you're like, yeah, go ahead, come on in. But I'm going to tell you that I got things to say, and you're going to listen to those things. She's all in blue, right? Which means that she's speaking out. That's the throat chakra. She's ready to speak out about how you left me hanging, my friend. All right. So there could be some sort of confrontation coming up this weekend for you, Taurus. I feel like this somebody who is really like they're in this narcissistic energy. Like they feel like they can come back and drag you in whenever they want, and then they can just detach and leave you on the side of the road. They can just discard you, and they're not getting away with it this time, because they taught you a lesson. They actually made you the Queen of Swords, and that is something you should be grateful for, because people are teaching us lessons all the time. All the time. Sometimes we see them. Sometimes it takes us a little bit to see them, right? All right, here we go, Gemini. This is you, single Gemini, for the weekend. What's coming up for single Gemini, please? Tell me what's coming up for single Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Single Gemini for the weekend. Maybe this weekend, maybe next. Who knows? Tell me about Gemini. Gemini, we do have the Star. Interesting. Wish fulfillment. Healing, right? Balance. It's the water bearer energy, getting balance. We do have the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. I feel like it's your wish fulfillment here to get on this new path. I want to say that it's here and it's waiting for you. Please understand, Gemini, that things that are meant for you will never pass you by. So they will keep coming back around to you and wait to see if you see them. That's people and jobs and situations. And, it's, I feel like you the wish fulfillment that you're calling in is the Ace of Pentacles, which tells me that you want to begin something new. The Ace of Pentacles will change your life. So if you're planning on investing in something, a business, a job, a person, I feel like it's going to work out for you, because this is your wish fulfillment. And so when we see wish fulfillment, we know that what we're calling in is on our own vibration. It feels like when it shows up, though, it feels like you're in your head. And so that's what I mean. Like sometimes our wish fulfillment shows up early or too early, and we don't see it for what it is. We don't see the value or the worth in it because we're not ready to see it. And I feel like there's a wish fulfillment that's about to show up, but you're in the Two of Swords. You're protecting yourself. You're stuck in your head. You're trying to get some balance by possibly, listening, feeling rather than seeing. But it feels like there's something here that you don't see. There's something here that you can't see because you're blocked. We have the Three of Swords, we have the Ace of Cups, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. Look, this says, it says time to move on is what it says here. Time to move on. Yeah, it does feel like that. It feels like time to move on. We've got the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It's time for you to learn your boundaries, I feel, Gemini. It's time to put up some boundaries. It feels like there is... I want to say that there is a new path that is beckoning you, but you know that you're going to have to break somebody's heart in order to move on. But it feels like there is something else out there that you want. It is the Ace of Cups. So, and when I say break the heart of somebody, it feels like maybe you've already broken the heart of somebody. This is a singles read. So as you come here, maybe this is already past tense, right? Maybe it's in the past. That maybe you embarked on a new path and possibly that path didn't work out for you. Take it as it resonates for you. We do have the Wheel of Fortune here, which is telling me things are moving forward in a fortunate way. Your wish fulfillment is about to show up, or maybe your wish fulfillment is already knocking on your door and you don't see it because it's coming in the form of someone that you didn't expect. So that's the danger of waiting for someone, because you could be waiting for the wrong person, Gemini. That's the danger of waiting for someone. Tell me what this wish fulfillment is. Tell me what the star is here, please. We have the Hanged Man. We do have the Ace of Wands. So your wish fulfillment, Six of Pentacles. The wish fulfillment is that you do have somebody who gives you reciprocal passion. I feel like whatever situation you were in the past, that maybe the reason why you're heartbroken, or maybe the reason why you left, maybe there was arguments and fights. It could be that maybe you just weren't compatible, because just because they look good and you look good and there's a passionate connection, it doesn't mean you're compatible. And compatibility is where people fall off the shelf, I think. They think just because you look good and I look good, this is going to work. Let's get in there and get married. And then they realize that they're not compatible. So I feel like the wish fulfillment is that you wish to find someone with compatibility and passion. I feel like you're someone who requires for someone to constantly have hands on you and slap your butt, and you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you require passion, sort of desire. You require someone to desire you. I feel like the wish fulfillment is delayed, and I feel like it's because that you're still healing from something back here. I want to say that there is a new path that is opening up, but the Three of Swords is here. It tells me that there was something that was heartbreaking in the past here. We do have the King of Cups, the Hermit, and the Five of Cups. So it feels like you are feeling sad from the wisdom that you gained over a situation about the King of Cups. It feels like somebody here was really deep, giving you a lot of emotion, but they weren't giving you a lot of passion, and those are two different things. You can be in love with someone, deeply in love with someone, but for some people, if you have fire in the chart, if you don't have the passion, it's not for you. You need the desire, you need the flame, the fire, and I feel like that's what it is here. I feel like you might have some sort of a fire, substantial fire in the chart, where you require some sort of, you require fire, and you weren't getting it here. You require reciprocal fire. That's what you're looking for here. So I want to say in the past that you could have been with a Virgo, you could have been with someone who is Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, but it feels like this person was kind of sleeping on the passion. I want to say that there was a lot of love here, but it just wasn't doing it for you. I feel like you're going to get a chance to move forward to something else that you want here. The Wheel of Fortune is here. It's time to move on, it says, with the Ace of Cups. So it feels here like there is something that is coming up here. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, we've got the Three of Cups, and we have the Two of Cups. So there definitely is some type of exciting reunion that's that's coming after you decide to put the hard work into something. So whether it's yourself or a relationship or whatever it is, the Wheel of Fortune is here telling me that whatever you're working on, whatever, if it's a job or the workplace we're talking about, but if it's yourself, I feel like you're doing a really good job. It's almost like you stayed in this relationship, even though that, you know, you were working with the King of Cups, who's very loving and kind and someone, maybe they weren't showing enough for you on the surface. It could be that. And because you're hard pressed to get this Scorpio energy here out from underneath the surface. So I feel like that there is something coming up. I want to say that there is you've been doing a lot of work on yourself, and I feel like you're going over the details of you. I feel like you're starting to love yourself. I think that's what the Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups, it feels like you're now giving love to yourself. And once you do conquer that, once you figure out that it is love of self first, because once you can deepen the love for the self, then you have a higher worth, like you know what your worth is, and you won't accept anything less than what you want, right? We do have the Three of Cups and we have the Two of Cups. I feel like you're back to the drawing board. It feels like you are going to be dating, but I feel like you're dating in a different capacity now, that you're not just looking for love. I think you know what your criteria is. And I think that you need to have that desire, the passion and the flame. And I feel like that's going to be your choice here. I feel like you are back in the dating scene with the Three of Cups here, that you are about to get out there, get social. It feels like you had to have some time to heal from whatever went on back here, because it does feel like you spent quite a bit of time in hermit mode before you broke somebody's heart here. I feel it was you that left a relationship back here. I don't feel like someone left you back here. It feels like there is somebody here who is about to leave somebody back here, or who has already done that. But look, things look really beautiful, but you need to work on yourself so you don't get into this situation again. It feels like you do want to give somebody reciprocal passion, but it's kind of held off right now. The Star is here, but I think it's because you need to work on you first. It's time for you to heal. You know, a lot of people just jump from, it's like they get out of a relationship and they get back on the apps, and they get out of a relationship and they get back on the apps. And, you know, the thing is, we need healing time. We need to know why things went wrong, why they crashed and burned, why weren't we compatible? Was it because of me, or was it because of them? And it's not always them. That's the truth of it. So we do have a lot of water here. So Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have Virgo energy here. We also have Piscean energy and Aquarius energy. All right, Gemini. Let's talk about Cancer. Tell me about Cancer, please. A single Cancer for the weekend. Tell me about the sneak peek for the single Cancer. Single Cancer, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for Cancer. Single Cancer. Tell me about that. What does Cancer need to know? We do have the Nine of Cups. There is some wish fulfillment on the table, my friend. I also see the Nine of Cups as being the Nine of Moons, right? This is the Wandering Moon Tarot. The Nine of Cups I also see as someone who is single and happy. We do have the Page of Cups and we have the Tower. So it does feel like there is a 10-cup situation here, I want to say. It's going to surprise you. Page of Cups is here. The Nine of Cups is here. It's like just when you finally get to a place where you're happy and single, all of a sudden love shows up. That's what it feels like. And it's brand new love, by the way. In Cancer, it is somebody new that you're meeting, I feel. The Tower is here, and I want to say that once you meet this new person, I feel like the Tower is here. It's shaking you down. It's like an upheaval and a change, and the change is, I feel like you're not going to be single for much longer. I feel like you have already, or maybe you will meet someone over the weekend, possibly. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Six of Cups. There's lots of cups here, my friend. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. This has been a long time coming, I want to say. You're going to feel like this person that you meet over this weekend or maybe another weekend, it feels like this person is someone you're going to feel like you've known forever. This is someone that you feel like, that you've known for a really long time. It could be that. It could be someone who you've known, but you've never been romantically entangled with. But the Six of Cups is telling me that there is some sort of nostalgia or nostalgic feelings. So it feels like you've known them forever, or you have known them forever, but they are not someone that you've ever dated, because the Knight of Pentacles is here. It's like after going over the details, I felt like maybe it wasn't for me. The Knight of Cups is here as well, but I'm feeling romantic now that I see them again. So it could could be somebody that you've grown up with, that you know, a family friend, something like that. But it doesn't have to be, of course. It can be someone who's brand new, because the Page of Cups is here. But I feel like you're going to see this person renewed. Like you're going to see them in a new light if it is somebody that you already know. For some of you, it is... it's a realization here, the Towers, the realization that this feels like I've been here before. It's like deja vu. I feel like I know this person. I feel like I know about this person, and it confuses you here. This person could be an Emperor, possibly. We've got the Hanged Man as well. It tells me that you start searching within your intuition. How do I know this person? Have I seen them before? Why do they feel so familiar? The Emperor is here. And the Emperor is the big deal, right? It's somebody who is self-employed. They're very stable. This is someone who is used to taking charge of situations. Now, the Emperor never gets involved unless they're going to win. The Emperor is not going to risk the whole empire just for a love relationship. But I want to say you could be the person who is the Emperor. Take it as it resonates for you, right, Cancer? And I feel like with this moon energy here, is like you're confused because it's like somebody that you've never met before, or somebody that you know that they don't feel the same as they used to. They could have leveled up, or maybe you did since you've seen them last with the Emperor energy here. And so I feel like you're trying to look at it from a different perspective now. This person, you're looking at them differently than if you know them. You're looking at them differently than you ever did. We have the Chariot, and I feel like it's like they are far more balanced than they used to be, Cancer, or maybe you are. That is Cancer energy with the Chariot. But now you see that there might be something here, that maybe there might be some victory to be had here. Tell me about the new, please. Tell me about the new connection. We've got the Devil energy, we've got the 9 of Pentacles, and we've got the 5 of Swords. This new connection, you're giving the side eye to it, I think. The 9 of Pentacles tells me that you are single, and you're kind of fighting your singledom here. We've got 2 9s. We've got the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles, and it tells me that you are someone who has built yourself all by yourself. Maybe you've built a business, but it feels like you're fighting to stay single. I want to say that there is, like, you see this Devil card with the coming up with the Page of Moons, and you're like, I don't know, I'm not really sure. Like, I don't really need someone to get in the middle of my life and be codependent with me, demand things, demand texts day and night, demand to be at my side 24/7. I need somebody who, I feel like you, Cancer, need somebody who can mind their business, like somebody who can be there for you when you want to be there, when they want to be there for you, or you with them. But I feel like you want someone to kind of be out of your business. Like, it feels like you're not into being codependent. And so I think that's why you haven't yet gotten into anything that's romantically related, because the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups are here. And the Knights, although they are brave, I feel like, you've been moving really slow toward, maybe I'll find a soulmate at some point, but you're moving really slow toward anything romantic. You're giving it all the side eye if it's a new person. If it's somebody, for those of you, if it's somebody that you already know, I feel like this person has leveled up a lot since you saw them last, or since you had last contact with them. And it's very confusing because you still have the same sort of connection, like the soulmate connection feeling with them that you had before. It's a realization here, a realization that, we could have history. We could have history. You could have history with this person here. It could be that you decided to move out of the way because that person chose somebody else. It could be a disappointing past that you have with this person, but it does feel like there has been changes here. I want to say either you or them has changed, and there is the ability to have a victory here if you're willing to look at them from a different perspective, and that means that you can't hold them to their past if they've changed. If they've changed and they truly have changed and leveled up, don't hold them to their past, because they'll hold you to your past, and we all have a past, Cancer. So for some of you, it is a new connection. For some of you, it is a person that you already know, who you haven't seen in a very long time, and you're like resuming a connection of friendship with them. But it could be somebody that you've never met before that you feel like you've known forever. We've got Cancer energy, we've got Virgo, we've got Pisces, we do have Aries energy, we have some Scorpio energy, more Capricorn, and we have a lot of water here. So Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy here. All right, let's look at Leo. Tell me about Leo. Ooh, for the weekend, please. It's like you want to charge into the future here. It's like you're tired of being where you are. Those cards just all flipped up into the future, and the Two of Swords appeared. So I feel like you're kind of you're wanting to do it, but holding yourself back here. You want something new. You want to go into the future, Leo. Tell me about single Leo for the weekend, please. Tell me about single Leo. What's going on with Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Okay. We've got the Hanged Man. We've got the Knight of Cups. Yeah, you're thinking about it. There's a realization coming up. Look at that. The Two of Cups is here. So it feels like for the single Leo, I feel like Leo, you're feeling romantic. You know what? Leo kind of wakes up, becomes alive, and animates themselves when summer is here. So I feel like the sun is out, Leo, and I feel like, although it's not your season yet, I feel like you feel more energized, or you're looking forward to romance. It feels like the Hanged Man energy is telling me that you now have a different perspective on romance. Maybe you've been thinking about it. What do I want to do? What do I really want for myself? This is Piscean energy, right? So it feels like you're kind of hanging there, looking for an answer, like you're looking through yourself energetically and wondering if this is really what you want. I think you're having a realization that it's time to maybe find a relationship or fall in love. Maybe you're finally ready to fall in love. But it does feel like with the Tower here, this energy tells me that something is about to change here. And I think it's the way that you feel, because we're dealing with energy that is water, right? Piscean, Cancer, Scorpio energy here. It feels like there's going to be a change in the way that you feel about romantic relationships. I do really feel that you're ready to date again. It feels like for somebody here that they're ready to get into the dating scene again, or yeah, it does feel like that. It feels like you're ready to be more social. And like I said, when the sun comes out for Leo, that's when you get a little more active, a little more animated. So we do have the Wheel of Fortune here, and it tells me that something fated is about to go down, that there are changes here. We've got a lot of changes. And I feel like the Tower is coming to pull down any illusions that you may have had about romance. It feels like the Judgment card tells me that you're ready to be the one who makes the decisions, the best decisions for everyone involved. And when I see this here, it feels like you are the person who's decided you're going to move forward here, but it's going to be on your terms, right? I feels like you've had some sort of a revelation here, my friend. With the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune, we've got this now. It feels like somebody here has had a realization, or they've changed their mind about how they feel about someone or something here. I feel like you know that you are the magician, and you're the one making all the decisions. I think the Judgment tells me here that you're making all the decisions. I feel like one of the decisions you're making is to either ask somebody out or to become more social, to go to more social places, to meet people. If you're the person who does want love, that's really what it takes. You need to get out, meet new people, and be more social. Tell me about this new perspective that you have on romance. It feels like you're ready. I want to say with the Wheel of Fortune here, this is divine timing, right? That's divine timing. It's time that you changed your attitude or your perspective on romance, and I feel like that's what's going on here. We have the Six of Cups. You're now, instead of just looking for a date, you're looking for a soulmate. We have the Five of Pentacles. That might be somebody that you are disconnected from. It feels like for you, Leo, the single Leo, it feels like you are stuck in nostalgic thoughts about someone that you are disconnected from. I feel like you want to visit that person, or you want to head in on them here. The Knight of Swords is the one who goes chasing in, right? Throws all the energy at you and says, figure it out. This is what I have to say to you. It feels like you're about to be really vulnerable with somebody. That's what it feels like, emotionally vulnerable. And I think that's causing a Tower in your life. It feels like you've come to a place where you know it's divine timing to do that. Tell me about this Tower, please. I feel like you might be going in to ask somebody out. That's what it feels like. We've got, yeah, it's a surprise here. We've got the Page of Cups, we've got the Hierophant, and we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So I want to say, after moving really slow, after being very patient and not really taking any action, that it feels like you're about to take action. I think when the Tower falls and the illusion is gone, that you're left with the Page of Cups, a realization that you still have affection for somebody here. And I feel like you are going to surprise them and let them know that you still have affection for them here. I want to say that it doesn't feel like there's been a breakup here. I don't think that there's been a breakup of any kind, but it does feel like it's like maybe you found a different perspective about the person that you might have feelings for that you've never really dated. Maybe it's not really been a situation of dating. It feels like there is somebody here that is a soulmate, or that you feel like you've known forever, and you're kind of sad, feeling disconnected from this person, but I think you're about to communicate with them again. The Page of Cups and the Knight of Swords tells me that. What's the communication going to be about, please? It's going to be quick communication. We're going to go back and forth. It's about moving forward is what it is. It's about moving forward, but in a very slow way. So it feels like, Leo, rather than running at the fire, which is what you really do usually, I feel like you've found somebody here that you don't want to be separate from. It's the Queen of Pentacles. This person gives you grounding. They give you stability. They move a lot slower than you do, and they're someone who's very literal. They're very logical. They're not someone who runs after the fire. And so you may have run after them at some point, and maybe they just like, no, I'm not into fire. I need to move slow. It could be that. I feel like for some of you, there might be a second chance here, and you might be thinking that you want the second chance to try and date them, take them out. But it doesn't feel like this is someone that you've dated before. I'm just going to say, it feels like maybe there was a coming together of two people, and maybe they felt like they weren't compatible because one was in earth and one was in fire. So it feels like one wanted to move quickly, the other one did not, and things just didn't work out. But I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune being here, this is the best time for you to have a second chance. I want to say, if you are the person who is interested in having a second chance, I was talking about the sun coming out, right? The sun coming out because in my part of the world, right, where I live in Canada, the northern hemisphere here, it's spring, right? The sun is out more than it was in the wintertime. I want to say that you are seeing the error of your ways. Yeah, the sun is here with the Five of Swords, and it feels like you're now going over some of the things that you may have said to this person, maybe that you feel were out of line. It feels like you're remembering or having a breakthrough about the Five of Swords. It's like maybe I was a little harsh the way I said that to this person, and I feel like you're thinking about it here. So it does feel like there is somebody here that you do want to ask out. I think you're going to surprise possibly a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, maybe a Scorpio, a Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Pisces possibly, maybe another Leo or a Virgo. But it feels like you're about to surprise somebody because you've had some type of breakthrough while you've been in hermit mode, and I feel like it's cast a very bright light on the Five of Swords that maybe you were a little bit harsh with this person in the way that you spoke with them the last time that you saw them. We do have the World card. So what you want to do is you want to close the chapter. Can we just like throw away the book and start again? You want to start a new book with them. That's what it feels like. You want to start a new beginning here because the World card is like, all of this stuff, can we just please lay it to rest? And can we start fresh? I think that's what you want to do here. There are some things that need to be spoken of though. The reason why you left, or the reason why they left, or the reason why we discarded each other. Like when I see swords and the Six of Swords, it's like we did move forward, but we moved forward in secrecy, or someone didn't say so, or someone like just kind of popped it on you. Like it's like it might have been the Empress you were dealing with, and maybe the Empress put up boundaries, but it feels like the Empress may have been the one that moved on and started being silent with you. And it might have been because of this. It might have been because of the way that you were harsh with them, that you didn't realize that what you said was really harsh. That might be why you're not speaking with them. But I feel like you're getting a different perspective with the Hanged Man energy here. It's a lot of major arcana, lots of changes coming up over the weekend. So we have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We've got Gemini. We've got Leo energy here. We've got Virgo energy, more Virgo, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We've got Taurus energy here and more Scorpio energy. Leo, feels like you're charging in on someone. It does. It feels like you're about to get on the horse and go. Brave, very brave you are. All right. This is Virgo. Let's talk about Virgo for the weekend, please. The singles for the weekend. Tell me about the single Virgo, please. Tell me about the single Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about the single Virgo. Okay. So you're kind of in some sort of a place where you have some inner turmoil, Virgo. That's what it looks like here. It's like I always see this as like swiping at things. It's like I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. It's like all these people have their eyes covered, but there's only one person who doesn't, and that's the person who's watching everyone else fight for something. And the thing is they don't even know what they're fighting for because they're all blindfolded. Like somebody's going to hit that beehive and they're going to get stung, right? Everybody is going to get stung. So it feels like there is something that's going on within you, I want to say. And it's a little bit of turmoil. You're trying to make some sort of a decision. And I feel like you're in this turmoil because you're holding back from saying something to someone. It feels like you want to be really honest or very assertive with something that you want to say. But I feel like you're struggling to say it or you're holding back. This is indecision, right? I'm not really sure if I should say it. If I say it, it's going to hurt somebody. I feel like you are checking with the higher self. I feel like you are holding back, but that you do want to move forward here. You're trying to find the courage to say something to someone here. Tell me what's going on with Virgo. We do have the Knight of Wands, we have the Three of Swords, and we have the Chariot. Okay. And then we have the Knight of Swords. So I do feel like there is something that you want to say, and it feels like it needs to be done now. Like I feel like you feel impatient. So because you are Virgo and you are very patient, you could have in the Moon and the Rising something that is like, that's either Gemini energy or maybe fire energy with the Knight of Wands being here. It feels like it's like you're kind of holding yourself back from saying something that you've wanted to say for a really long time. And it might be that you want to say to someone, look, you broke my heart. And the Three of Swords to me can be a third party, right? That something got in the middle between you two. And that's why you're here. It's like, feels like you're single. You're kind of looking at this situation and wondering how everything went wrong. But it feels like you're taking your part of it. Like I want to say that you're already aware of what part you played in this. And it might have been that you were holding back. It might have been you didn't have the courage to say anything about the way this person was breaking your heart. I really do feel that with this Knight of Wands looking into the past, it feels like somebody in the past was doing something to just quench their thirst for passion. And I feel like you feel that somebody ran out on you, or maybe somebody went to someone else from the past, but it feels like that's something that you want to talk about. But it's almost like you're trying to stay quiet. You don't want to cause an argument or a fight, but when you don't say it outwardly, it's like it ends up being internal. The battle ends up being internal with you. I feel like there is somebody here who had... Yeah, it feels like you want to speak up. I want to say that you're out of the relationship already, but you still have things to say. It's like you're battling yourself not to say the things you really want to say because you know it's going to break somebody's heart. I feel like with this energy here of Cancer, it's like you're keeping everything under the surface. You're a person who doesn't really express yourself, who doesn't really say, look, that really pissed me off. You really hurt my feelings. It feels like you're not a person who expresses that. But I want to say with the Five of Wands, it ends up being an internal battle for you. You end up beating yourself up, feeling like it was all your fault, or going over like you're very hyper self-critical, Virgo, right? And that's why it's like you do your best to hold it in so you're not hypercritical with other people, because it can, in some cases, not all, in some cases, Virgo Sun can end up being hypercritical of the people around them because they are so hard on themselves and they have a higher standard in which they hold themselves to. So I want to say that this indecision here, that it feels like this internal battle that is going on with you here, it feels like it's left you in a place of redundancy. I want to say that this is a place that you go back to every time things don't work in your favor, that you start beating yourself up. But Virgo, it's not really always about something you did. Maybe it was something that was under your control. We have the Six of Wands and we have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you're about to make a decision in your pentacle life, so in the 3D world, whether it's about business or about a person or a home, but it is pentacle related. You're about to make a decision to step over some sort of a finish line and get some type of victory. And I feel like this strength card is telling me that you're going to have courage to do it. Because, it's kind of like you're going for broke. The Three of Swords is here, and it feels like you've got something to say, but you've been holding it back. It feels like you want to tell somebody, wow, look at that. You want to tell somebody, look, we're supposed to be together. I feel like that's what you want to say, because these two are the counterparts, right? We're supposed to be together, but look at this. We've got the Three of Cups, the Emperor and the Empress. It feels like you want to have some sort of a revision. So we need to speak with each other. We need to have some sort of reunion. Let's talk about it. Let's celebrate the time that we had together. But it feels like we still need to talk about this Three of Swords. This is this energy here that's heading straight to the Three of Swords tells me that you're scared you're going to get hurt again, that somebody might turn on you, turn their back and run off to someone from the past or from the future. But I feel like this is a connection that you know is destined. Like it feels like you're trying to find the courage to say to someone, don't you realize what this connection between us is? We're supposed to be together. You're the Empress, I'm the Emperor. Or I'm the Empress, you're the Emperor. This is a destined connection here. This is the destined couple. But listen, these two people have their back to each other. So it feels like there has been some disappointment or heartbreak. And it feels like you want the reunion here. Tell me about the Chariot, please. But you're so scared of getting hurt again. We've got the Six of Swords, we've got the King of Pentacles, and we've got the Four of Swords. So it feels like here that we moved on. I really do think with the Six of Swords and the Knight of Wands looking into the past, I feel like your person went to someone from the past. It's like they left you and went to someone from the past, left you holding the bag here. It feels like with this, your energy here, it feels like you ended up being the one that went into healing, and this person ended up being the one who went to see somebody from the past. They disconnected you, and I'm just going to say, it's the person who is the one who doesn't immediately jump into another relationship after the relationship is over is the one who is not toxic, the one who's moving slow, the one who's trying to heal. I feel like that's you. I don't feel like you were the toxic one in this relationship. I don't feel like you were. I feel like the other person, whoever they were, they went back to the past. They went back to a past person. So I feel like for some of you, it feels like you could be having some sort of you could meet the Emperor or the Empress at a social gathering. This could be a brand new person for some of you. But for some of you, this is somebody that you already know that you wish to have back in your life. You're single right now, though, I'm just going to say. We do have the Ace of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. There is going to be a conversation here. So whether this person is new or whether they are someone you already know, there is going to be a new path that's opening up here that's very truthful and honest. We're going to give each other a lot of clarity. I really feel like that maybe that these two people here, the Emperor and the Empress, that maybe you two were not Emperors and Empresses the last time you saw each other or the last time you were dealing with each other. But I think somebody is about to give the honest truth to another person and say, look, like this is a destined connection. I feel like you're trying to teach somebody about divine timing. And I feel like for some of you, if this is someone that you're reconnecting with, that you left in the past, I feel like this person has changed because the Wheel of Fortune is here. It feels like the way they speak to you has changed, the way they reunite with you has changed, the way they celebrate with you has changed. It feels like a whole lot of change, like two people have leveled up while they've been apart. But it feels like the last relationship you had was really super harsh, and I feel like it leveled you up, is what I want to say. So whether you are the Emperor or the Empress, I feel like the last relationship that somebody went back to the past, you went inward, figured out yourself, and then you leveled up. So I do know that the Emperor and the Empress, right? The Empress is Taurus and Libra, the Emperor is Aries, but when those two are in the room, all the queens are in the room and all of the kings are in the room. So take it as it resonates for you. So we've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We've got, as I said, Aries. We have Taurus and Libra. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Cancer energy. We have Leo energy. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. All right. Libra, this is you, my friend. I'm just going to stop for a drink here. Green tea. It's my fave. It's matcha. Matcha's good for your body. It's got antioxidants. And it's a really good, you need a really good high grade matcha. Something that is professional grade, not the kind that you use for cooking. This is the kind you use for drinking, and they're two different things. All right, I don't know why I had to give you a matcha lecture right there, but here we go, Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the single Libra. What's coming up for the weekend, Libra? What's coming up for the weekend for Libra, please? We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. So something is about to go right. Libra, let's just leave this here. Thanks for coming out to my TED Talk. So something is about to go right. It's divine timing. So if you've been feeling like there's something around the corner or something's about to change, I feel like it is. You could already be in the throes of these changes that are going on here. I feel, oh, this is lovely. Look, you get to drop all kinds of burdens here. I feel like the universe is moving you out of the way of something. I want to say that maybe you've been carrying some burdens about being disconnected from whatever, or maybe you've been having financial issues. But the Five of Pentacles is about feeling in lack. I don't feel like I can do it. It's like scarcity. I'm not enough. I don't have enough. I can't be enough. But the Wheel of Fortune has got a different story. The Wheel of Fortune is pushing you forward. This is about to change. You're about to drop these burdens and get out of this lack energy, because there are some fated changes, divine timing, and fortunate things. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Fortunate things are about to come. And I feel like you are about to get out of this heavy energy that you've been living in. So if you've been in some sort of a heavy cycle here, my friend, I feel like it's about to lighten up here. Someone here is carrying around burdens about the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is, it can be soulmate connection, right? 1111, somebody you're deeply connected to. It could be that. It feels like there could be some burdens, but there could be burdens in the family, like in your family, mom, dad, sister, brother. Could be burdens in your family, could be burdens in your home, possibly. But whatever it is that you've been carrying around, it's time to put it down, because the universe is coming in to grab you by the hook of your pants and throw you forward here. Things are about to get a little easier, I want to say, because I feel like you've gained some type of courage, or you've realized that you need to harness or hold back some of your energy. It's not like you can't move forward, or you can't release the lion whenever you want, but I feel like you're learning to stifle yourself a little bit. And I say that in the kindest way. I don't say it in a derogatory way. I feel like you're learning to hold back, to not tell everybody your plans, to not say everything, to not trauma dump, right? When you get in front of people, it feels like and this Five of Swords is telling me that it's caused you nothing but heartache in the past. For some of you, there is something going on within the family where there is arguments and fighting here. We have conflicts and disagreement, and I feel like you are moving away from that. So you could literally be like moving, like you're deciding you don't want to live in the family home anymore. This could be telling me that a relationship is over because it became heavy, and that's why you're single. It became heavy because of the arguments and fighting that were going on. I feel like you faced everything with courage. I want to say that you're very courageous. You faced everything with courage. You could have been dealing with someone who is a Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, or Aquarius. You could have some of those energies. We do have those energies on the table here. Tell me what the Wheel of Fortune is bringing. Let's get to the good stuff. Can we skip to the good part? Let's do that. Libra, let's find out what's going on with you here. So we've got the King of Coins, the King of Pentacles. Your money is about to get better. Your finances are about to get an influx of finances here. I feel like for some of you, you're about to maybe buy a house, possibly. For those of you who've decided that you're just moving away from the family home, it could be. But it feels like that there is either you've raised money to make changes to your home or your house, or I just want to say with the Wheel of Fortune here that money is about to get good here. It's in a very fortunate way, that it's divine timing that you be able to settle down into your own home, it feels like here. We've got the Four of Cups, and we have the Two of Swords. So I want to say that the Wheel of Fortune is here for a reason, and it is to push things forward in a fortunate direction. It's all about abundance, right? It's about things changing quickly. It's about change, and what's about to change here is you're about to see something that you didn't see before. The Two of Swords was here and was blocking your view, Libra. This is Libra energy. So something was blocking your view. You couldn't see something for what it really was, and that was that your life was in a stall. I think that you felt because you were kind of by yourself, minding your business, but you were kind of looking around the outside and saying, why does that person have what I want? And why does that person have what I want? I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is telling you it's your turn to get the things that you want, but first you must uncover your eyes and drop the swords. I feel like you have to stop being defensive about change. I don't think you like change because it rocks you out of your balance a little bit, and you will You will, Libra, no matter where it is in your chart, you will, to the exclusion of things, you will literally kick people and things and places out of your life and seclude yourself in the Four of Cups in order to maintain your emotional balance. So I feel like it's time for you to drop the swords because the Wheel of Fortune is here. And I feel like you're about to level up, I want to say. The King of Pentacles tells me money is getting better, that you're about to get a little more stable in the way things are moving in your life here. Tell me about having the courage for the Five of Cups. I mean, Five of Coins, because I feel like with the Five of Pentacles here, that you've been really courageous through some really tough times here. They could be, I feel like for some of you, it could be exciting news that is about to arrive, that things are changing, right? There is some exciting news that is about to arrive. We do have the Eight of Pentacles, right? And from a distance, it looks like 5 because we see 5 pentacles. But as we look up close, there's more plans being made for more pentacles. So I want to say that you might get a call about a job, or something that you have put your hat in the ring for, that there's some exciting information coming to you about being able to work really hard on something or to be able to plan something. Something's in the beginning or planning stages, and we see the Five of Pentacles is here. 5 and 5, like we've got the 5 pentacles that are on the table already made. The 5 pentacles, that's 10 pentacles. I feel like there is an opportunity that's going to be finding you here at the very last minute. It's like you finally just given up. They're never going to call. The job's not going to call. The person's not going to call. Whoever it is, I feel like at the very last minute, somebody or something comes through for you here. And it's quite exciting. It's like somebody comes through with a plan. And we've got the Two of Cups in the reverse. It feels like somebody shows up and it feels like it could be someone you had a breakup or a fallout with, because you are in this reading because you're single, right? You could have had a breakup or a fallout with them. There could have been an unhealthy dynamic going on between you and somebody else. But this also to me is about, pairing off to the exclusion of everyone else. So I think at the very last second, you do get some sort of communication from somebody. It's exciting news, and it puts you back on the bike. I want to say it puts you back into this place of juggling pentacle things in order to fit somebody back into your life here. I feel like this person comes back and wants to invest in you here. Tell me about the Five of Swords, please. Oops. Yeah, I feel like you are going to have your boundaries up because you've worked really hard on yourself and you've done it alone. I feel like this is a really overwhelming situation. Could be dealing with an Empress, possibly an Empress who might be coming back round or wants to have a second chance with you. Now the Empress doesn't chase, and it's unlikely that this person will chase you at all, but they might reach out to you. They could reach out to you with some exciting news about a plan that they have to build something. And it feels like it's what gets you two back in connection with each other. That maybe the Two of Cups is in the reverse because you did break up, but it feels like somebody here feels like they have a stronger connection to you. I feel like the Empress wants a second chance. That's what it feels like. So whether that Empress for you is feminine or masculine, take it as it resonates for you. We do have this, you don't see it coming. It's being concealed from you. And I feel like you're worried about love. I feel like you've been thinking about this person over and over. I feel like you want to talk with them. And I think it's going to be a very, very head over heart conversation. It feels like somebody here is going to ask you possibly about a second chance. That's what it feels like. All right. We have Virgo and Pisces. We have Libra and Taurus. We have Leo energy. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. Take it as it resonates for you, my friend. All right, Scorpio, here we go. If you scroll back to the beginning of Libra's video, you'll see that I went on a little bit about my tea, my matcha. It is ceremonial matcha is what it is. Ceremonial matcha is the one that you drink, not the one that you cook with. All right, here we go. Let's find out what's going on for you, Scorpio. Single Scorpio. Single Scorpio, what is going on with the single Scorpio for the weekend, please? Tell me about the sneak peek for the weekend for Scorpio. What's going on for Scorpio here? This could be this weekend, the next weekend. Take it as it resonates. We're all on different timelines. It's not all going to be for you this weekend. We do have the Queen of Pentacles. Why is that? Capricorn energy, but also Taurus and Virgo in this general reading, right? It feels like somebody is opening up to the thought of stability with someone. We do have justice here. I feel like the Queen is someone that you are acquainted with. The Queen is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It feels like this, I want to say that you are open to getting some balance or some justice or some truth from the Queen of Pentacles. It feels like your arms are wide open here, and you're open to whatever the universe will bring. And you may or may not be acquainted with this Queen. Let's read a little further here. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. You're worrying that this Queen is not free. You're worrying that this person is in a relationship. It feels like you don't have the confidence to ask, that you're trying to find the confidence to ask. I'm not saying that you're not confident, but when it comes to somebody here, this person who has their own money, they're stable in their own life, they make their own money, they might be an entrepreneur, somebody who's stable, secure, and they don't need anybody to give that to them. They do that on their own. And so I feel like you're wondering, is this person already spoken for? The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse tells me a little bit about maybe not having so much confidence that this person might be single, or you're wanting to ask this person out, invite them to some type of celebration, but you're worried that they might not be single, that you might get a no. Look, a no is a no. That's all it is. And so, yeah, people sometimes don't say things, don't create conversations, or don't reach out to people because they don't want to be told no. But what are you, 5? Like, I mean, you don't need to throw a tantrum. I'm going to say, like, if the person says no, they say no, you just carry on. But I feel like it feels like you are lacking in confidence, or feel like you don't have enough, or maybe you don't have enough money, because maybe this person who has everything in place, you feel like you don't. Like this person, the fact that they are all bossed up, this feminine energy is all bossed up, it feels like you're wondering if this person is even going to take a second look at you here. And I wouldn't say it's intimidating, because I don't think Scorpio is easily intimidated, but I want to say you're trying to figure this person out. You're open to it, but you're kind of like, I don't know if this person is single. You're worried that they're not single, and you need the truth. It feels like you're going to ask them out. And so, like I said, a no is a no, big deal. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles, please, for Scorpio. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. I think you want to settle down with this person. They look like a good candidate for settling down. We do have the Seven of Cups. We do have the Lovers, and we do have the Star. I feel like this person's single. I feel like they are manifesting you. If they're not manifesting you, they're manifesting someone who will pick them. They're manifesting someone who is a deep connection. So this person is not dating for the sake of dating. They're not hitting it, quitting it. This person is solid and grounded. They're more focused on their pentacles and their pentacle life than they are on anything else. But I feel like this person is manifesting a new person. But we do have the Seven of Cups here. So it's like this person, I feel like the Queen is manifesting 2 cups. Right? I feel like the 2 cups are being manifested, but it's almost like, I don't know, like it feels like I could get hurt. Like I'm not really sure, like, will I end up in regret and sadness? But it feels like this person, I feel somebody here is ready and wide open for their manifestation to show up. You could be part of the manifestation. It could be that. We do have the Star energy here. So this Queen is looking for a healing love, someone who will support, someone who is highly intelligent, someone who is going to be not sort of confused about what they want emotionally. I feel like you're ready. I feel like you're ready for it here. Tell me about justice, please. I feel like you're worried that this person is not available and that they're going to give you a no. I feel like that this person is ready to create something. In fact, I think that if you were to get face to face with them, I feel like you will get face to face with them. I feel like if you're to get face to face with them, you'll find out that they are actually quite attracted to you. They're quite enamored with you. I feel that they like your fire because they are earth. This person could also be earth but have fire in the chart, but they're attracted to your fire. They're attracted to you physically and energetically. It does feel like there is a High Priestess energy here. I want to say that this Queen might be someone who is also the High Priestess. We are showing the Queen of Wands as well. So it is somebody who could easily be on their way to the Empress energy, or maybe they are the Empress energy. Maybe you just see them as the Queen of Pentacles because that's their value. Maybe you're seeing value in this person. So Scorpio, I feel like your intuition is on point here. I feel like you're looking into the highest self, the connection to the source. I feel like you are wise. I want to say that you're really wise, and you're very attracted to this person who I feel that you are going to ask for you're going to ask them for some sort of a meeting, I think. To ask if you can take them out. Will you meet me for coffee? Like it feels like something like that. It could be that this person already had offered you something in the past, but you didn't take it. However, maybe you leveled up since then. Maybe you have been the one who's leveled up here. This is your soulmate, by the way. The Queen of Pentacles is underneath the deck. And I feel like your energy is probably High Priestess energy or the King of Pentacles. The Three of Cups is telling me here with the Four Cups present that maybe this person had already offered you something, something small, like I feel like you turned them down. That's what it feels like. You turned them down or you nothinged them. This is your energy, right? Scorpio energy, that you maybe just didn't answer. You weren't interested and you didn't answer, and now it feels like you have these feelings for this person and you would like to start a new chapter. The world is like an accomplishment, right? It's an accomplishment. It's like you want to close the old chapter and you want to carry on with the new chapter. Now, there is somebody here that you know, okay? This isn't somebody I feel that you've dated before, but it feels like you've known them before, I want to say, because we're dealing in pentacles here. And I want to say that you two are soulmate friends or soulmates in the 3D. This is someone who you already know. It feels like it's someone that you've been manifesting, has probably been manifesting you, but I don't think that there's been any dating that's gone on here. I want to say that with the Four of Cups, it's telling me that maybe this person had offered you something in the past, and maybe they weren't the Queen when they offered it, and maybe you were the King of Pentacles. Take it as it resonates for you. But it does feel like somebody here is ready for love. The arms are wide open, right? Arms are wide open. I'm ready to accept emotional offers here. And we do have the Two of Cups. And what comes after the World? This is the accomplishment, right? We come full circle. It feels like two people are coming full circle. It's like we know each other in our lives. Maybe we knew each other from the workplace or whatever the Pentacle world brought us together, volunteering. Maybe we live in the same street, the same block. But it feels, or maybe we do the same work. But it feels like we never really did date, but it feels like you're going to have a chance to do that. And you're worried. Your biggest worry is that this person is not single. Are they single? This person is single, and they are someone who has been waiting for either reunion or to get out, maybe do a little dating, to get out into more social spaces. They are focused on what they've lost. So the Queen could be someone, or you could be someone who has been through some sort of a breakup in the near past, and there still is love here. I'm just going to say there still is love here. We've got Scorpio. It's the energy that is transforming between you and someone else, and I feel it's because we've leveled up. I feel like you and this person have leveled up, and now you come to a place where you're ready to build. Like the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles are rich. They're very wealthy. They know how to build a pentacle empire. I feel like you two are both entrepreneurial energies, and whether you both have businesses or not, I feel like you could go into business together. Oh, there we go. We do have the Empress. So I was talking about the Empress, right? So it feels like that there is an investment that you want to make in the Empress, and I feel like this is a turn of fate or something that's changed. It feels like there's a transformation here. You see this person as the Empress. This is someone who is, it feels like you walked away from this person or didn't take their offer when they offered it to you back there. It could be a long time ago, years. Pentacles are years for me. Could be months possibly. But I think you want to close an old chapter to open a new chapter. And I feel like this person is ready for love as well. I feel like they are. So we do have Scorpio, we have Taurus and Libra energy. We have Pisces, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. Some Scorpio energy. We've got Gemini and Aquarius energy as well. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and we have Libra energy for you, Scorpio. All right, Sagittarius. Here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sagittarius, the single Sagittarius. What's coming up for the singles, please? Single Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about the single Sagittarius for the weekend. Could be this weekend, could be that weekend. We're not all on the same timeline. Tell me about Sagittarius. Okay, what's this? What is that? We've got the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Interesting. We've got the Chariot, and we have the Six of Swords. I want to say that it feels like there is no effort being put into something. The Chariot tells me that feelings are under the surface, but I do want the victory, but first I have to balance my energies before I can go. It feels like I can't put any energy into something right now because it's too chaotic. Like it would be too chaotic to insert someone else in my life. We have the Devil on the bottom. You're not into playing games. That's what it feels like, Sag. You're like, I know that the Devil is good looking, but I don't have time to play for games. I don't have time to invest in things like that. It feels like your investment is coming and getting some sort of a victory by moving forward into the future here, that I don't have time to play around. You're not about the BS, Sag. That's what it feels like here. We've got the Three of Wands, we've got the Four of Wands, and we've got the Six of Pentacles. Look, you've got a specific criteria for the person that is yours. I'm going to wait on the person who wants a commitment, and I'm going to give that person reciprocity. It's going to be somebody here who is going to pour into me like I pour into them, and I don't have time for people that are going to move too quickly. It feels like you've got no more energy to play around with the bull crap. That's what it feels like here. You are moving forward, and as you move forward here, it feels like you are looking for someone who can give you the commitment, who is a soulmate. You're not playing anymore. You're like, I'll wait as long as I have to. I don't care. I'm not putting any more energy into things that no longer serve me here. We've got, you're giving yourself justice. You're dropping this burden. I love it. And the Ace of Swords, you're being honest with yourself. It's like you've had some sort of download or clarity that the universe has given you. It's like you need to move on. You need to stop dealing with people who are lying to you. And if you think that they're lying to you, you need to call them out on it. Stop letting people take advantage of your kindness, of your money, of your pentacle world. And, I feel like it's time that you've realized that you're just not going to put any energy into that anymore. So we do have the Libra card, right? We do have justice here. That's karmic justice. It's like you have changed something, Sag, I want to say. Something has changed within you, and you're not about the BS anymore. I'm dropping these burdens right here because of the clarity that I received, and I'm no longer dealing with people who lie to me. I'm moving on from that. This person who comes to me is going to come to me correct, and they're going to be a person who's going to build with me, who's going to be my soulmate and be very connected to me. I like it. I love that energy. You're not putting up with any of it anymore, and you're like, I'm good to wait. I am good to wait. I don't need for things to go too quickly here. What are you waiting for here, my friend? I think you're waiting for someone who's going to be reciprocal with the energy that you carry. And look, you are going to get what you want because you are getting what you are and not what you want, right? Like it feels like if what you want is what you are, that's what you're going to get. Because we're never manifesting what we want. We're manifesting what we are. So if you're wondering why you keep attracting gold diggers, or you keep attracting people who just use you for money or whatever, if you keep or for physical things, I mean, just look in the mirror, figure out who you are. Is that what you're manifesting? Is that who you are? Are you open to that? Because if you're open to that, that's what you're going to receive, right? But what are you open to receive? I feel like your criteria has gotten very, very purposeful, I want to say. We do have the King of Wands, and we do have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the King of Pentacles. So you are looking for someone to pursue you, I feel. That you're like, no, I'm not running after anybody anymore. I want to say that you're waiting for the King of Wands. Like, you could be thinking about two separate people. The King of Wands, who is a fire sign, and the King of Pentacles, who is the earth sign. It feels like that you're waiting. You're like, whoever wants to come get me can come get me, and I will make that decision when the time comes. We've got the Two of Pentacles, which tells me it's a decision that you're making in the pentacle world. These two people are very different, right? Two princes, right? I had this song yesterday and somebody told me who sang it. Now I forget. They're very different. One will be like very passionate and somebody who's going to pursue you. This person's going to pursue you hard. And I mean, the King of Pentacles is into the pursuit as well, but the King of Pentacles will do it in a different way. They'll do it in a very grounded, solid way. They won't just show up at your door and start kissing you in the foyer. You know what I mean? Like, this person is going to plan the date, and then they're going to ask you out and figure out what it is that you like. What's your favorite food? What's your favorite wine? This person is just going to say, like, I'm attracted to you. Let's do this thing. So I feel like you're waiting for, whoever might show up for you. It feels like you are waiting for maybe one of two people to show up for you. But either way, whoever it is, if it's the King of Pentacles, the guy with money, the one who's solid and grounded and sturdy and stable and moves slow, or if it's the King of Wands, the one who is like full of passion and runs at things and never gives up, is very tenacious, is forged through fire, you don't care who it is. You'll make your pick when they arrive. But I feel like your criteria is this right here. Yeah, like you're waiting. It feels like the moon energy is telling me that things are not as they seem. That there is something here that you don't see, possibly because you might have your back to it. We do have the Seven of Swords here, and I feel like something is hiding beneath the surface that is valuable. It's almost like someone's been holding on to you, or someone who has been very shut off and shut down is about to come forward. Look, I talked about the devil, and there he is. One of these people is toxic. And you're going to have to find out who that is by moving really slowly towards your goal. Something here is not as it seems. And I want to say that with the moon energy, one of these things is not like the other. What's this? One of these things doesn't belong. Oh my God, my life is silly. I'm thinking about Sesame Street. Yeah, one of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. Can you figure it out before we end the song? Okay, so, I don't know, I'm 56 and I still remember Sesame Street. What's the deal? We never forget a damn thing, y'all. All right, tell me about the Six of Cups, please. I feel what you don't see coming, what is something that doesn't compute with you right now. I feel because you're minding your business in the Four of Pentacles. I feel like you're minding your business, and it's like you're being silent with people. You're not really, you're not chasing anybody. I feel like you're doing your own thing, Sag. We do have oh, look, the devil came out in reverse. Oh, I had this in the reverse. Very interesting. So the devil is here. It feels like there has to be a release of some sort of indecision. And one of these people is the Emperor in reverse, so be careful. One of these people is domineering. They're a person who's my way or the highway. They're going to want you to obey. They're going to want you to follow them. They're not very flexible, and the marker of someone who's very mentally healthy and well and emotionally healthy and well is someone who's flexible. This person is not really flexible. So I'm going to say that one of these people is your person, and somebody is coming toward you. It could be both of them, but one of them is not the right choice. One of them you must release. And I feel like the Five of Wands is telling me that you need to stop with the indecision, because I feel like that one of these people, whoever they are, is not good for you. One of them is very overbearing and domineering. All right. Talk to you about signs here. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Aries energy. We have Capricorn energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have Pisces and Cancer energy, Libra, and more Cancer energy. Sag, that was a little bit wild. Yeah, two princes. We're dealing in kings, but that's the song. I can't hear the lyrics. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, I'll just leave it there. All right, Capricorn, let's find out what's going on for you. Single Capricorn for the weekend. Could be this weekend, could be that. We're not all on the same timeline. Let's find out what's going on. These are all predictions. Tell me about the single Capricorn energies, please. Tell me about single Capricorn. Single Capricorn. Tell me about single Capricorn, please. We do have a Justice card. We have the Hermit, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck. It feels like there is about to be some truth that is coming out here. I want to say that you're trying to understand something that happened in the past. I want to say that you're learning cycles. You're learning cycles and patterns, because the Hermit is pointed into the past, and I want to say that you're trying to reconcile what went on back there, because you don't want to repeat the pattern. You don't want to do it again. And I feel like you will come to a place of justice where you realize that whatever went on back there was meant to be. It was supposed to break up. You weren't supposed to be with them. They weren't your person, because the karmic justice is here. And the karmic justice is about clearing your karma. It's about becoming even with the universe, right? Even Steven with the universe here. Something is about to come into balance. I want to say there is something or someone, an opportunity for something that is approaching. They are waiting in the future here, though. I feel like it's an opportunity that's taken a really long time, maybe, that you thought you would never see. It's about being patient, moving slowly. Somebody here is maybe Virgo, possibly. You're dealing with maybe a Libra or a Virgo. Take it as it resonates. I feel like the Virgo energy is in the past, but now you're trying to understand what went on there. We do have the Two of Cups, we have the Page of Cups, and we have the King of Swords. Very interesting energy. Look at that. Seven of Swords is in the reverse. You're going to get some sort of a truth in the future. Some sort of a secret is going to be revealed for you, Capricorn. So I want to say that there is somebody here that I feel is going to surprise you with a phone call. I don't think it's going to be a text, because the King of Swords is here. The King of Swords prefers to speak with you. So either they want to see you face to face, or they want to speak with you on the phone. I feel like the Two of Cups is here, and I think it will surprise you that this here, I feel, is an offer of love. I feel it's brand new, to be honest. It feels like there's a brand new love here. We do have Three Cups, and it feels like it's this person might ask you out. Possibly they might ask you out or to a social situation, or maybe you meet them in a social situation. But I feel like this person is a person who likes to either speak face to face, or they like to either speak face to face, or they're gonna call you, and you might meet this person in a social dynamic. You might meet them while you're out with friends or out at a friend's place. Take it as it resonates here. Tell me more about the King of Swords. King of Swords is Aquarius, but also Libra and Gemini in this reading, because it is a general reading. We do have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Swords, and we have the Knight of Cups. I feel like you meet this person out, and I feel like they are a little bit disconnected. But you know what? That is kind of this energy that goes along here. It's a little bit disconnected, aloof, sort of detached maybe, but really people think that detachment is a bad thing. It's not. This person becomes detached of their emotions because they're the observer. They're trying to find out what is the best thing, right? The best thing for everyone involved, head over heart. I don't want to make any decisions based on my emotions or my fire. I want to kind of look things over in a very strategic, logical way. I just want the facts. I want to know what this person's about. So we do have somebody here, I feel, who is with the Five of Pentacles, who is detached or aloof a little bit, and it puts you in your head, I want to say, but this person does have a romantic notion about you. This person does have like a romantic feeling about you here. The Knight of Cups is present. This is somebody who I think is probably new. I want to say this is a new person, a new opportunity that's coming at you here. Tell me about this. Tell me about this, please. What is the new opportunity? It's a new love opportunity, my friend. We do have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Three of Wands and the Moon. It's something that's not... You don't see it coming, my friend. No, you don't see it coming here. I feel like you're sort of basking in the energy of justice, that you're looking back here and saying, well, I finally got out of that thing. It feels like it was a love connection back here, but it feels like I don't want to repeat the pattern. So I feel like you've come to a place of balance or realization that what you need to do is wait for something to arrive. And I think that's what you're doing. And I think new love does arrive. The Eight of Pentacles is here. And I feel like the new love arrives because you've been really working hard on yourself. What you don't see is that the ships are bringing in, you don't see the ships because it's really foggy out there. Like this particular particular one, you can see it's kind of foggy. And that's what this tells me, that there's fog and you can't really see into the distance. And so the universe is bringing something toward you here. I feel like there's a secret you're about to learn. Tell me about this Seven of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, there's a new beginning coming here. And it's because you've really put in some hard work on what you feel the Ten of Cups is. I feel like you're just not running at anything. I feel you have a specific criteria and you are wanting somebody who's going to put the hard work in on the Ten of Cups. If you're going to take any sort of leap with anybody, they're going to have to want to settle down. They're going to have to want to do something serious. That's what it feels like here. This King of Swords, let's talk about this King, because I feel like this King has love on the mind. We've got this Two of Cups right like behind the King. So I want to say that this person has love on the mind. We do have the Page of Swords. We have the Hierophant. They have more than love on the mind. This person's also looking for a commitment. They are someone who is very acquainted with the higher self. They are someone who is healed, and they're very acquainted with the higher self. They are somebody who is on a very sturdy and solid path. They're very traditional, which means that they still do believe in marriage. They do believe in, you know, the ultimate commitment here. And we do have the Page of Swords, but this person is open to learning with somebody else about what commitment looks like to them. You know, the thing about the King of Swords is that they are very open-minded, right? They are somebody who is willing to weigh all of the facts, not the emotion, not the fire, not the pentacles, but they're willing to look at the facts and say, is this a good thing for me to do? We have the Five of Swords, we have the Five of Wands, and we do have the Sun. I want to say that this is somebody that you're not going to like right off the bat, because they're going to seem a little bit argumentative. And the King of Swords, because they're highly intelligent and they deal in facts, they could fact check you, right? And so you might not like that, and it might piss you off just a little bit, but I really do feel like it's just a speed bump, because 1-5 is here, indicating that there could be some, you know, arguments and conflict, maybe some disagreements, but we do have the Five of Wands. It sends you into an internal place of, maybe this isn't my person. But I want to say that this is a temporary place, that I feel like the breakthrough is that maybe you do want someone like that, someone who's going to be honest with you no matter what. No matter what. No, they're not going to get their feelings involved. They're going to be honest with you and say, look, you acted like a jerk last night. Why did you do that? Like, I feel like you really do want somebody who is very honest with you. And I feel like when you first meet this person, you don't like them. It's kind of the sure sign that they're going to be your person. So I feel like, yeah, that there's somebody here that you are about to meet who is, I feel like you're going to not really care for them at the very beginning, because they're highly intelligent and they speak their mind. And sometimes that could ruffle the feathers of other people, including you. But I feel like the sun is going to come out and you're going to have some sort of a realization or a breakthrough that maybe that's the kind of person you want to be with. The one who's not going to lie to you, because I feel like you're looking for justice. You're looking for truth, right? And so I feel like that's what you're calling in. That's what's slowly coming towards you here, Capricorn. All right. We do have Aries. We have Pisces and Cancer. We have Leo energy here. We do have Taurus energy. We have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy. We have more Virgo energy, and we have Libra. All right. Single Aquarius, this is you. Let's talk about Aquarius singles, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius singles. Tell me about Aquarius singles, please. Tell me about Aquarius singles. We do have the Seven of Swords. What's going on here? Something concealed, possibly. We do have the Three of Swords. You're not showing anyone your broken heart. You're concealing it here. I feel like you are brokenhearted because someone lied to you, my friend. I think they lied to you about their feelings. They lied to you about how how many feelings they had. I feel like this is to do with romance, and the Seven of Swords tells me that you dealt with someone who was lying to you about how much they were into this relationship. Look, a lot of people do it. They don't want to deal with the arguments or the fights. They're too much of a coward to say it to your face. It feels like, and you know this, I don't have to tell you this, right? But it feels like you were dealing with someone in romance here that was about to break your heart. It's like they gave you romance to the face and they shoved the knife in your back. That's what it feels like here. But the Seven of Swords tells me that they concealed it pretty well, that they were about to break your heart. They didn't give you any notice. It's like being voted, it's like the blind side on Survivor. I was watching Survivor yesterday. So many Survivor blind sides. But it's like the Survivor blind side. It's like somebody was like, oh yeah, to your face. And then when it came down to it here, I feel like they ended up breaking up with you, and you ended up realizing that they really were a liar. We do have the King of Wands here. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. I'm going to say don't let it deter you from getting into other relationships, because I feel like you have shut yourself off at this point. You're shut off or shut down. You're not willing to be vulnerable with people who are charging at you in fire. We do have the King of Wands. I feel like this person was someone who did charge at you in fire. They were probably really good looking or very, that you were very enamored with the way they look. Look, everybody gets tripped up with that once in a while. When someone who is very desirous or desirable or very good looking, right? Somebody comes on to us and we're like, you know what, I'm just going to go with it. I feel like you thought that this person was your soulmate, but I want to say that the King of Wands here tells me that this person was probably in it for the passion. And whether or not they got that from you, I don't know, but I feel like that's what the heartbreaking secret was, when you realized that this person really didn't want to get into any sort of emotional connection, that they just wanted to get into fire. Yeah. So I feel like you thought already that this person might be someone that you felt nostalgic about. You might still be thinking about this person. You might still be thinking about the fire that they brought or how good looking they were. Or it's like sometimes we end up, cutting little hearts out of the red flags because this person's really good looking and I love to look at them and it makes me feel excited when they're around. And, the King of Wands is around. It is about desire and going at, tenaciously going at life and, just chasing the shiny thing, getting what you want. And it feels like, the Six of Cups is telling me here that you thought that there was going to be a soulmate connection here. But I want to say this didn't work out. I think that you figured it out, and I think that's why you're single, that this person, you realized all they wanted was one thing. It feels like they were shut off or shut down or couldn't be vulnerable about their feelings, and you just had to let it go. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I think that you thought it was going to end up in a long-term relationship, like happy, emotional relationship, but it kind of got cut off at the knees here. The Five of Pentacles is here, left you on the outside looking in. But look, you were about to put in a bunch of energy on a situation that was not ever going to pay out in energy back to you. I'm just going to say, it's a good thing that you realized that this person was lying to you. The lie broke your heart, and I think that's the truth. That it's you had to. Yeah, I think that this person really. It's like you had to learn to separate the person from who they are. It's like, how can I say? They say in church. Don't hate the sinner, hate the sin. Do you know what I mean? I feel like you're trying to separate it. You're like, this isn't a bad person, but this is a person who is wanting something that I'm not willing to give them. I feel like this person is going to continue to badger you in texting, I think. They're going to continue to flirt with you in text. I want to say, we do have the Judgment card. You're going to have to make a decision about unloading this person. I feel like you're keeping your energy connected to this person, even though you're not dating them anymore, because this is a singles reading. So I feel like this person has already broke your heart as we're speaking of this, but it feels like you can't let go of the situation. The Ten of Wands is here and the Judgment's here. The universe is saying, look, you need to make a decision to just let this person go. You need to drop the burdens that were created, and if that means that you have to block them, then you have to block them. Tell me about the Six of Cups, please. We have the Justice. We have 10 of Pentacles and the Fool. Something new is coming, my friend. Look at this. You're going to have justice in a long-term relationship. Look, the universe is very organized. It's not chaotic. There's no such thing as luck, according to me. I feel like the universe plans things, and I feel like you had to get this lesson of knowing what you didn't want and catching someone in a lie. It's like the universe is like, are you going to ignore all of the red flags because this person's really good looking and very makes you feel more desired than you've ever felt in your whole entire life? Or are you going to drop these burdens with this person, and are you going to carry on? Because what comes next is balanced long-term relationship and a new beginning here. And I feel like it's with an actual soulmate, someone that you feel like you've known forever, or maybe someone that you already do know. We do have the Lovers here. So it's somebody who's going to choose you when you choose them. We do have Temperance. It's the moment of alchemy, my friend. Look, get out of it. I'm just going to say, get out of it. You've got someone coming here that's highly intelligent. You've got someone who is going to choose you. It's the moment of alchemy. The Fool is here. There's lots of changes coming up. It could be this weekend or another weekend, but I just want to say that there's something better on the way. So just let go of that. I feel like the universe is waiting for you to let go of it or get over the heartbreak before any of this stuff comes forward. But I feel like there is some sort of a new beginning with someone who's going to choose you, and they are going to be a soulmate. So I feel like you need to first let go of the feelings and nostalgia from the other person. And then once you do, once you close that chapter finally and let go, and then it's time to move forward here. We've got Libra. We've got Sagittarius energy here. We've got Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Libra. We've got Piscean energy. We've got Virgo. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. We've got at the bottom of the deck Aries, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy. All right. And Pisces. Here we go, Pisces. This is you. Let's talk about what's coming up on the weekend. This weekend, next weekend, when is it? But we will just keep reading here. Let's find out. We're not all on the same timeline. So for some of you, this could happen this weekend. For some of you, it will be another weekend. But whenever you find it, it may be for you. Let's find out what's going on for Pisces. We've got the Strength card. You're trying to hold back. The Strength card is telling me that you're trying to find the courage to not go back to an old connection. You're trying to find the courage to not go back to an old soulmate. You know that it's over. I'm just going to give you the gears here. The lecture, the mama lecture. Auntie on the porch with the sweet tea. Look, this person, you know that it's over. Look, this is the future energy. It's still over. Whether they come back or not, it's still over. It's over and you know it. There's the Empress. If you are the Empress energy, I feel like you already know it. Your psychic knowing is telling you that this person is going to come back and ask you for some type of commitment here, but it's over. It's going to crash and burn. Look, it's not like you can't get into it with them. If you invite them in, they're going to come in. Yes, they are a soulmate. I feel like they're going to come in, but it's over. So it's not long lasting. It doesn't last because there's fights and arguments here. It looks like there's some holding back. It's like there is a soulmate here. This is someone that you would choose, and I feel like you are trying to find the courage not to choose this person because you know that they are in the Five of Wands. You know that there is indecision. You know that there is probably competition. This person is not somebody who is just going to swear their allegiance to you. It feels like this person is somebody who is very intensely into connections with other people. This person walked away from you, or they disconnect from you emotionally, and I feel like they do it now and again. It's not always that way, but then they come in and they want to have a new beginning. I feel like it's really about you and your boundaries, I want to say. You really got to figure out what you want, Pisces, because I do feel like this is a warning. Somebody is coming back. It feels like they are walking back toward you, and the reason that this person is walking back towards Strength is because you're supposed to have the courage to say no to this person, I think, because you know that it's already ended. You know that it's already ended. And I want to say that you're fighting within yourself. It's like, do I want this new beginning? Look, this person's bringing me a pentacle, telling me that they've changed. Tell me about the Eight of Cups and the Lovers, please. They're going to come in and say that they want to invest. They're going to come in and create some sort of an illusion for the Empress. They are going to create this illusion that they're going to invest with you, but I'm going to say that there's nothing here that has changed. I want to say that the Wheel of Fortune is here on the bottom of the deck, but please know that the bottom of the deck is the future energy for me. The change is yours. The change is not here. I feel like this person has not changed. They're coming back as the Magician and the Ace of Pentacles because they're trying to throw up a smoke screen. It's like they think that you are what they want, but it feels like they're looking at you in your abundance saying, how could I have given up this Empress? But I feel like you're supposed to have the courage to realize what's going on here. We do have the wish fulfillment of the Star. We have the Four of Cups. See, we have the Four of Cups. I feel like you offered this person a cup and they nothinged you. This is Scorpio energy. I feel like this person nothinged you, and maybe they blocked you or maybe they didn't, but they didn't see the value in the cup that you were offering. They just sat there and stared at it. Pisces, they just sat there and stared at it. We do have the wish fulfillment here, and I feel like you're looking at this person as wish fulfillment. I think you did offer them a cup, and they were like, no, thank you. They didn't take it. So I feel like this battle here is whether you should go back to the old thing or whether you should go for something new. I feel like the Fool is here telling me that if you decide to let this go, if you emotionally disconnect from this soulmate, finally have the courage to do that, even though you felt that in the past they were wish fulfillment, it feels like nothing has changed, I want to say. Nothing has changed with them. Tell me about this new path here, the Fool. Tell me what the new path is bringing. We do have the Six of Wands, we have the Sun, and we have the King of Swords. I feel like you go on this new path because you're about to see this person for exactly who they are. I feel like the Six of Wands in the reverse is like this person is I feel like with your new beginning, I feel like you are not going to be falling for people who just give you attention. I feel like you're smarter than that now. I feel like you are way smarter than that. I feel like you're not going back here. I feel like you are smart and you see it. So the Six of Wands being in the reverse is, I don't care if you give me all this attention. I don't care if you come at me with your ego, and I don't care if a lot of people are used to giving you attention. It's like you're not really falling for it anymore, I want to say. Because you're in the Empress energy, you can look through the illusion. You're not falling for it anymore. Just because this person gives you attention doesn't necessarily mean that they are for you. I feel like now you're thinking it out. Now you've got logic and reason, and you can see things for what they are. Very transparent. It feels like you've had some sort of a breakthrough, that not every person that gives you fire energy is the person for you. Tell me more about this. You're on this new path. You've had a change of mind here, Pisces. You've really changed the way you look at relationships. We have the Five of Swords. You're like, yeah, I'll fight it. I'll fight you and then I'll be gone. That's what it looks like. I'll fight you and then I'll be gone. We got 6 swords here. So it feels like you're no longer overlooking things, because the Five of Swords is about differences of opinion, right? It's conflict and disagreement. It's a personal difference. It's a fundamental difference. It's like I think that sometimes people overlook things that they don't think are savory in another person because they don't want to be alone, or that person's really good looking, or that person has a lot of money, or they put a bunch of criterias on it, but they're not looking at the person for who they are. If you have fundamental differences, it's the difference between fire and chasing after whatever is fire and compatibility. Are we actually compatible with each other? I feel like you're looking at it in a very head over heart manner now. You're not going to be sucked in by the person who just love bombs you or gives you a whole bunch of energetic stuff. I don't think you're doing that anymore. I feel like you are open with the Page of Pentacles to dating. I think that you're ready for that, but I feel like you're looking at it in a very different way here. Yeah, you're like, I'm not doing this anymore. You're not going to put me in a space of worry. First, I need the clarity. Are you a soulmate or not? I feel like you're narrowing down some sort of criteria here. It feels like you are I'm not even going to look at you. I'm not even going to speak with you. Open conversation. I have nothing to say to you. If I don't feel the energy of I've known you before, or you're a soulmate or something like that, I don't even think you're entertaining it. It's like you're going to be up in your head about that. It's like you want to know this energy, and in order to be able to know if somebody is your soulmate, you need to spend time with them, and you need to spend time with them in the pentacle energy, which is looking at each other face to face, having dinner across a table, having coffee, going for a walk. These are the things that you must do in order to know if you are even compatible. Just because they throw passion at you doesn't mean that you are compatible. Yeah, I feel like you're realizing that you're not going to tell everybody everything. Like the Eight of Swords in this instance, I feel is kind of a good thing. It feels like you're going to keep it to yourself, and you're just not going to give everything all at once. I feel like you've really changed the way you view relationships, dating. Yeah, you're waiting for the Emperor. I feel like you either are the Emperor, you're the one that's taken charge, or you are waiting for the Emperor. And I feel like you do know an Emperor in your world. I feel like there is an Emperor who is in the Three of Pentacles here. Someone who is a friend of a friend, someone that you met at work. We have the Four of Swords in the reverse. You're waiting for this person to contact you possibly, or be more vulnerable with you. But I do feel that you know an Emperor. I think that's the person that you're waiting for. And I never encourage people to wait, because you don't know if that's your person. You don't know if that's the right person, right? So I feel like I encourage you to not wait, to continue to date. But when this person shows up, maybe you just want to give them your attention to the exclusion of others. I feel like this person is in your wheelhouse, or is in your community, or is somebody that you already know. You might know them as a boss, or an entrepreneur, or someone who owns a business, or maybe a president or a CEO or someone like that. And I feel like this person is about to give you a little bit of attention, like the Four of Swords being in the reverse. It feels like this person has done some healing. It also feels like they're ready to speak about it, and they're looking for friendship. And I think that that's really where it should start, is friendship. Start it in Pentacles and go slow. Of course, I'm a Taurus sun, I'm going to tell you that. But we do have Eight of Wands. I feel like there's a lot of communication that goes back and forth here. I feel like you're going to learn a bunch of things about this person that they usually keep under the surface. And I feel like they're going to be ready to share them with you. It might be about toxic relationships they've been in. It could be about maybe they have an addiction of some sort, and maybe they conquered an addiction. But I feel like you two are going to spend a lot of time speaking in text. And that's really a great way to get to know somebody when you can't be face to face. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody's putting the hard work in on the Ten of Cups. This is somebody who's really serious about finding someone who is ready to find a mate, someone who is serious like you. And I feel like you're going to look this person over, and you're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. But I feel like the King of Swords energy is the one that you're going to use here, about looking at things that are head over heart, because I feel like you're tired of getting your heart stomped on. You're not even going to give the time to people who are not have a feeling that they are a soulmate here. So I feel like the person that is coming back from the past is somebody who's going to throw up illusions. They're like, look, we're soulmates. What are you doing? But I feel like you're going to carry on anyway. I feel like you're not going back to the past. So we do have Libra and Taurus energy here. We do have Aries. We have more Aries energy. We do have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have Leo energy. We have Aries energy. We have the energy of Aquarius. We have Gemini as well as Leo. I'm going to leave it right there. Thank you so much for coming here and watching. Singles, I do appreciate you. If you made it all the way up to here, I do appreciate you the most. I'm going to go for now. I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.